70 million copies of your books. What is it you think you've done? What is it that makes you, this insight into those things that, there's probably not a woman in this audience who hasn't at some point read, heard about, wanted children to read. What did you know?
I didn't know anything. Truly, I didn't.
70 million copies. She knew nothing.
I didn't know anything. You're asking me what I knew when I started out. It goes way back to the kid I was. I was a creative little kid who had stories in her head always. And the only thing I knew was that I wanted to write honest books. And really, I didn't know anything.
And because there weren't the kind of things that you were saying, the frankness, the candor, and yes, the wisdom, people resonated. Oh, you got smart later.
Now, right.
How different is it today? How have things changed over the years because of you and other people?
Well, I don't know. I don't think that the readers have changed. I think,
the same questions that they want to understand.
Yes, the letters that I get from kids are very much the same today as they were when I started. I don't even know how many years ago it was. It's probably...
More than 30.
It's more than 35. Yeah, somebody told me that Fudge was going to be 35 years old, and I said, oh, not really.
But is it... Go ahead.
Yeah, no.
Is it controversy? Is that what it is? All of a sudden, because people said, my God, maybe we shouldn't be reading this, someone said, I got to read it.
No, absolutely not. Because when I started to write in the 70s, my books were not considered controversial. It started in the 80s. It came after the presidential election of 1980. The censors crawled out of the woodwork the next day, and the American Library Association was receiving I think 4 times, 10 times, I don't remember the number of calls instantly. It was like, it's our turn now, and what we're going to do is come after what we can come after, and what we think we can control, what we need to control, and we need to control our children and what they're thinking. And somehow,
because if they go read Judy Blume's book, they're all going to go get...
They're going to think. They're going to ask questions. No, I'm not kidding. That was a big danger.
I don't think you'd kid me.
Well, I would. But that was, it was fear. Everything, about censorship has to do with fear. Right. And the fear that if a child reads this, a child may ask questions about it. So if you are an adult who says, I don't want my child to know about this, so I don't want my child to read about this, I don't want my child to ever think about this, I don't want puberty to ever happen to my child. That's what it was really about. Yeah. And so, don't be honest, and don't prepare them, and don't let them know that this is all natural and normal. And there are a couple of 11-year-old girls in this audience that I met before. Deny it. Deny it. Right. The most controversial word that I think. The most controversial word is masturbation.
Really?
Totally. I wrote a book, Women. Come on, that it's okay, that it's natural, that it's normal. I wrote that book because that's what I did, except that I didn't know that there was a word for it when I was 12 or 13. Yeah. I just knew it was, it was the good feeling, and I had a special place. And I wanted kids to know.
She wanted to share the good feeling.
I wanted kids to know that it was okay. Boy, exactly. I would have been so relieved if somebody had told me that.
Talk to you about it.
Well, not that I would have told my parents, guess what?
Yeah.
But if I had had a book to read about it, if I had had a book that said, oh, I am not the only person.